To today's tutorial. Today we'll be learning how to make a 6 pieces skirt. I want to show us a method that even a beginner will be able to walk around it. Get waist measurements. You need your hip measurements. You could need your nail measurement, but there's a way I will teach us around how to go about that. But what you will do is from your waist to measure to your nail, and then you come up like 2 inches, and then you need your skirt length measurement. Depending on how wide you want it to be, you could use 10 inches, you could measure 10 inches, you could measure 11, you could measure 12. It all depends on how wide you want the lower part of your skirt to be. The 40 inches, realize the length of the skirt. So I come to the waist side. This is going to be our borderline. This should be our borderline, so I'm not going to make use of this place. So I said I was going to teach us the simple skirt waist. What you do is you divide it by 6, divide by 2, and then you add the 0.5 inches allowance to it. By that I mean, using this measurement that I have with me, the client skirt waist is 39. So I'm going to say 39 divided by 6 divided by 2. That will give me 3.25. That 3.25, I'm going to now add 0.5 to it. Finish. So say if your skirt waist is say 41, all you will do is 41 divided by 6 divided by 2. Whatever it gives you, add 0.5 to it. If your skirt waist is 28, say 28 divided by 6 divided by 2. Whatever your answer is, add 0.5 to it. So like I said, the waist is 39. 39 divided by 6 divided by 2 gives me 3.25. That 3.25, I will add 0.5 to it. That gives me 3.75. So I come to the waist region and then I mark 3.75. I hope you understand what I am doing. And then we come down. You could measure the client's waistline to the hip, or you can use a standard measurement, which is from the waist to the hip is usually 8, but for really tall people could be 9. But with this one now, the basic one is what I'll be using, which is 8. Yes, so I have 8 inches. Then on that 8 inches, I take my hip. Now for the hip, my hip is 41. So I say 41 divided by 6 divided by 2 again. Whatever the answer gives me, I add 0.5 to it. My answer for that is 3.9. So I mark. And then I come to the knee region. I'm going to be using 17 as I'll be using 17. You usually ranges between 17 and a half, 18. You could use 18, but for this client I'll be using 17.5. So for this nail, what you will do, you won't just say nail divided by 6, because obviously you did not measure the nail. So you will say your hip measurements minus 6. Whatever the answer gives you, you divide it by 6, divide by 2, then add your 0.5. I hope you are not confused. My hip in this measurements is 41. So 41 minus 6, it gives me 35. 35 divided by 6 divided by 2. Whatever it gives me, I'm adding 0.5 to it to give me my answer. I hope that's clear. Reason why I'm doing this is because I want the nail, to go in. Do you understand what I'm saying? I want the nail to go in. That's why we are doing it that way. So I measure. That's all. So I come up now and I join from the waist to the hip, from the hip to the knee. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I take my ruler, I join waist to knee, waist to knee, waist to hip, and then hip to knee, hip to knee. Then from the knee, I take it all the way down. It is very simple. You will get it. You will get it. And then I cut it off. So you see that 0.5, that's your allowance. So you don't have to say you are adding any allowance to anything again. No, you've taken care of all of it. You then I cut this off. That's all. So I have one piece here. This is it. Let me open it up so we can see what it looks like. Can you see it? Can you see it? Yes. So we are going to cut. It's 6 pieces, right? So we are going to cut 4 more of this. 4 more of this together with this will give us 5. Yes. And then I'll show us what to do after that. My material, I'll turn it the other way around, just to conserve my fabric. So this will make the second one that we want to cut. Yes. So we'll cut it like that in 4 more places. Please, just in case you don't understand, just leave your questions in the comment section. That's 2. Okay, so we have succeeded in cutting 5 of this. If we are to count it, we can count it together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5. And we say it's 6 pieces skirt. So what you're going to do is, I've folded my fabric again. I'll come to this side that is facing me, is unfold. Whatever the zipper allowance you want to use, be it 0.5, be it 0.75, whatever you want to use, you can go ahead. But for my zipper, for this skirt, I'll be using 1 inch. So I'm going to mark that 1 inches all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. And that's it. Take the line, I bring it out. Yes. I take my skirts. You take one of the skirts, you place it on the zipper side, like that. See it? And then you cut it. So this serves as the zipper side, and then you cut you cut it out. Well, you trim it out. Let's remove this one. We're going to open the zipper side. We'll open it. Open it all the way down. Then we notch it. You will notch it so that you'll be able to know that that's the lining. In cutting out my lining, I'll shorten my lining with 1 inch. Yes, I'll shorten it with 1 inch. So I won't cut exact 40 for my lining. I'll cut 39 for the lining. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? That's the front side. So I'll cut the lining. I'll join the fabric separate. I'll join the lining separate. I'll show us as what it looks like. Can you show us? That's it. So 6 pieces. This is one, only that we've succeeded in adding our zipper to the middle, and then we've divided it into 2. So it's half, making 1. This is another one, this is another one. That's how we will cut the lining. I'll cut the lining 1 by 1 like that. I'll join the lining separate, and I'll join the fabric separate, and then take the first 3 fabric. You could either start with the fabric, or you could start with the lining, anyone that suits you. You know, I want to join it together. Remember that we already marked the front side and the back side. So, okay, so these first 3, I'll start with it. Can you see it? I'm still going to shape it out. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Yeah. So I'll take the back now. I want to work on the back now. And then I look for the zipper side of the back. Zips are usually like this, so I'll take this. Like this. And then I sew it like this. So the zipper side, can you see it? Can you see where we notched? Yes. So I'll join this one to this all the way down. So I'm going to join the lining like that as well. Yes. and then I will iron all the joinings. I will open it up and iron it. I'll iron the lining as well, and then we'll couple it together. Okay, so I'm done joining the fabric and the linings. You place right side facing each other, and then you join. You join the down parts, and I join the sides. I'm not going to join the upper parts. Okay, so just watch me. I'll join it and I'll top stitch. Another way you can do it is to sew the lining, join the lining together, and sew the fabric, join the fabric together, and then you turn it, you know, once and for all. But since we say this is beginner friendly, I'm trying to make it as simple as possible. When we are sewing another 6 pieces skirt or 6 pieces down, we will use and then I'll top stitch on the lining. Same thing you see me doing here, I'll do it to the back. Okay, so I've gone ahead to iron it, to put the lining. You see the effect on the lower part. So put the lining, this is the back side, this is the zipper side. So what I'm going to do now is I'm matching the front side to the front side, okay, and then I will shape it out. And then I'll put the band and the zip. I'll show us the end result. A normal waist is 39, but what I'm having here is 43. I'm not going to shape this waist because I'm going to put elastic. It's going to have elastic, so I'm going to leave it there. I'll come down to the hip side. I measured 8 inches downwards, and then we have, what do we have here? We have 45 here, and our hip is in 41. Okay, our waist is 39. Our hip is 41. So I went ahead and I shaped it out. Then for this nail, there are 2 ways you can go about it. You can say your hip, which is a 41 minus 6. You remember that 6? Yes, minus 6. Whatever you get is what you will measure out here. Or better still, what I did here is I just came in by 1.5 inches to give it that, that shape, and that's all about it. So I connect it together. So I'll connect it together. Then I'll just come straight. I'll come up straight since I'm going to use elastic on the, we're still going to use our French cuff to shape that part out. And then you come up straight as well. Let's go straight up, and that's it. So, and I'll join it. So this is the end.